I hope everyone's doing good. Getting ready for Angelo Christian Live, another great edition. And I hope everybody's doing real good tonight. So, let's see. Let me just fix this real quick. All right. So, all right, guys. Good evening. It's Angelo Christian Financial. I hope everyone's doing good. We're here tonight with Angelo Christian Live. It's our Talk with Angelo edition. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, we do this Talk with Angelo Live, and I felt like it's a good thing to do to connect with everybody out there. I've feel very blessed and privileged to be able to help and serve people. I thought it'd be a great way for me to connect with my viewers, my audience, my customers, followers, people, just to have a better connection, a better relationship with everybody. So anyway, that's why I do this. What you see is what you get. It's that type of deal. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching the show and being loyal to the company, loyal to following me. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I certainly try everything that I can to help and serve people, the best to the best of my ability. One of the things that, just so if everyone's watching this show, we are a nationwide commercial and residential lender. We've been aggressively helping people all over the country for the last 20 years, lending, real estate, finance, mortgage, credit, loans, you name it. We've done it. We've done all different types of financing loans. Hard money loans. One of the things we're going to be talking about is very exciting tonight is hard money lending. We love to do hard money financing, and we do a lot of that to help people in the power of hard money. Hey Dom, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Hey Jenny, how are you? Thank you so much for watching Angelo Christian. I appreciate you guys. Now, this is also an open forum, so you can ask me any questions that you want. Feel free to chime in on the chat box. You can ask me any questions about real estate, money, banking, investments, credit, types of loan programs. We do all different types of programs with our company. We do hard money loans, no doc loans. Appreciate you, Don. Appreciate you. We love you, man. Thank you so much for watching us. We have investment loans, self-employed loans, bank statement loans, FHA loans, and credit and lending it's a $1 trillion industry. It's a huge industry, helping people. We try to help as many people as we can. We're not perfect, but we try. At least we put in the effort to try to go the extra mile. We're not, everybody's a lender, but we try to do things to be different. Work with people to help them with their credit, help them with their real estate. Come up with solutions the best that we can. Buying a home is very stressful. It's very exciting. There's a lot of emotions, and you just have to make sure that you hook up with the right company to help you to get you the funding. I've been doing this right after I got out of college. I went straight into the mortgage industry, so I didn't just start this last year. I've been doing this for almost 20 years. FHA looks at your income, Dom, instead of the last year. It depends. Hey, Dennis, what's up, buddy? How are you? Thank you so much for watching the show. Appreciate you, Dennis. Great question, Don. FHA will look at the. It depends on the type of income that you earn. So if you have commissions, bonuses, or overtime, they're going to average out that income for the last 12 to 24 months. All right, but if you're on salary or hourly wages, they'll usually take the current income of whatever that is. So it depends on the type of income that you have. Remember that underwriters are going to take the most conservative approach when underwriting your loan. They're not very aggressive because their concern is the ability to repay. Hey, Cherries, good evening, honey. Appreciate you for watching the show. Appreciate you guys. Remember, every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, Talk with Angelo. It's a complete open forum, so you can ask me any questions, good or bad. I'm here to answer those for you. So, with your real estate and lending needs, we are an actual direct lender. We're not just a YouTube channel or just talking about loans like some other companies out there. We actually make the loans to you And we have all different types of loans. We have FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, jumbo, hard money, no documentation, SBA loans. So we got a lot of different products to float your boat, and we lend nationwide. Okay, so we lend from Hawaii to New York, and everything in between. The only state that we can't do owner occupied is Maryland, but commercial, it's open season. We can lend anywhere for commercial loans. So you can definitely call her. Hey Jenny, what's up? What's your advice on new MLO to be successful? Work for banks or the brokers? Great question, Jenny. When I first started, Jenny, in the business, I started working for a bank. And I learned some pretty good information there. And then I went to work for a broker right after that. And so I've learned a lot from both. I will tell you that, in the beginning, it's good to get experience. Now, at my company, we do both banking and brokering at my company because in the end, I wanted to have a hybrid of everything. And so ultimately, I think that's the direction to have the optimal structure is to have both banking and brokering. If you can't find a company that does that, I would say probably to go work for a bank first. There's more upside to that than a broker. Mortgage brokers in the current era are somewhat limited compared to a bank, in my opinion. So it just depends on where you live, but that would be my advice. The great thing about the mortgage business for our industry, if you're on the sales side like an MLO, it's very good because it's rewarding in the sense that you're helping people. I've always said that, and that's a great thing because you're helping people get financing, overcoming their situation or challenges with getting funding or just accomplishing their goal. But the other thing is it's also obviously it's very lucrative. Loan officers can on a bad day make six figures, and on a great day make seven figures, and if they're really big time, they can make eight figures in this business. So it's a great opportunity from the income standpoint too, because there's not a lot of careers that do that, And so anyway, it's a great question though. You guys, if you have questions, always feel free to ask us. Please give me a big thumbs up in the YouTube. We need your help. We need your support. Don, what's the question? My income was higher in 2019 and then lower in 2020 because of COVID. Yeah. Well, Don, they're going to look at your income today too. We all went through the risk. You're welcome, Jenny. Thank you for watching the show. I appreciate that. Thank you. Great question too, by the way. So Don, the way they're going to look at that with the income calculation is that we all went through tough times for COVID, and we all got kind of hit with the income situation. So we got to look at your income today, see what your income is today, and then if it's on a salary or hourly, you'll get credit for today's income. But if you have any bonuses or overtimes or commissions, unfortunately, they're going to have to average it out. They're not going to just look at that for 2021 only. They won't. No lender that I know will do that. So it's just the way that the rules are for lending. And it's not my rules. It just has to do with lending, because there's all different types of rules and laws with different programs. And every state's different too. Like in the East Coast, it's way different. It's an attorney state. And the West Coast, it's not so much. So, so it's just you got all different types of situations going on with different types of states. And so, but anyway, the biggest thing that I want to kind of talk about, I have some different new exciting information to give you guys for tonight. But also the biggest thing that I talked about this last Thursday is, I talked to, we probably see, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 customers a week in our office. And, the biggest thing that I keep seeing, the big common theme right now is how hot the market is. I mean, you have realtors, builders, brokers, buyers, sellers saying, oh, the market's just screaming hot, so hot, everything's on fire, prices keep going higher. Hey, Big JD, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for watching the show tonight. And people are not, being able to purchase a home because of how hot the market is, right? And it's kind of freaky, man, because I can't tell you, I say like 60-70% of my clients, they are having a hard time finding a house because of how hot the market is, and the cost of new homes is rising. So The reason why I bring this up is because there's different types of approvals that you can get when you're buying a home. You can get a pre-qualification, you can get a pre-approval, you can get a verified pre-approval, you can get a loan commitment, and really the strongest thing that you want to get when you're trying to purchase a home is a verified approval, because that's the farthest you can go before you can get a loan commitment. And so what I'm telling you is that if you're trying to get funding to purchase a home in 2021, the best thing you can do to ensure that you win the bid on the contract, because that's what sellers are seeing right now, is multiple offer situations, 10 offers on a home, 20 offers on a home. Well, they're not going to just accept you if you just have a pre-qualification. It's not strong enough. You're going to need at least a pre-approval, a verified pre-approval, even better, to make sure that you pass the muster of underwriting with credit, income, and assets, to make sure that your loan makes sense and that's going to fly. Because initial pre-qualification, while it's great, it's not a bona fide verified approval, and it's not a loan commitment. So what I'm saying to you is I highly recommend that you get a loan commitment and you get that loan approved with your lender before you go under contract and you start shopping, so you have a better chance to win the offer with the seller. We offer verified pre-approvals. That's why I'm telling you that. So if you want a verified pre-approval, call or text my office at 832-431-6331. Gina, is it possibly an MLO and a realtor? It depends. You can do that if you do conventional loans, Gina, but FHA has a rule in all government loans, FHA, VA, that you're not actually allowed to be the realtor and the loan officer. That's if you're doing government loans. But if you're doing conventional loans, it's okay. You can have dual representation, but not for government loans. They frown upon that. So it just depends on the type of loans that you're going to be doing. Like you could be both, but then if you get a government loan or something, you have to give that to your other friend, loan officer, or coworker. You couldn't do that loan if you're the realtor. Okay. But if you're doing conventional, you could represent the borrower, and you could be his realtor too. So it just depends on the type of files that you're doing. Okay, it's a good question though. It's a very good question, because a lot of people aren't aware of those different regulations. There's a lot of regulations with lending. Just probably like any industry, whether you're in the food business or pharmaceuticals or construction. So there's a lot of different requirements and rules that you have to follow, and there's a lot of rules in our business. So anyway, the market's very hot. There are some things that I do want to talk about tonight that I think that are important. I don't know if you guys saw tonight so I guess Biden came out with, I guess there was some talk that he's looking at raising capital gains taxes, and that has some people concerned because the stock market kind of sold off today. It did help interest rates though. So interest rates did come down a little bit today because of the scare in the stock market. Remember, when the stock market goes down, interest rates go down. And when the stock market goes up, interest rates go up. And that's generally the theme. It's not always in that correlation, but generally that's the kind of the correlation that things are. It's not 100% correlated, but there is a strong, pretty strong correlation there. And so, obviously we want lower rates. Lower rates means lower payments. Everyone loves lower payments, lower rates. So, but if the capital gains tax does go higher, it could affect things long term for investors and could affect the economy. So there are some concerns about if the capital gains tax does go higher. Just one thing in the market. Moving on to different loan programs. So right now, the big thing that we're seeing is that, there was actually, I posted this on my Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it. But there was a Census Bureau done in the United States, and the question is how long does it take the average person to save for a 10% down payment? And the average in America, believe it or not, to save for a 10% down payment is 2.6 years. All right, so 2.6 years to save for a down payment on a home. And, because that's the biggest thing I see with a lot of people is like, hey, I can afford the house payment. I get this all the time. Hey, I can afford the house payment, but I don't have the money for the down payment. I don't have the money for the closing costs. So then the thing is, well, what can you do, right? And so there's a lot of different options that you can do to come up with solutions for down payment and closing costs. The biggest thing that we like to do a lot with our customers is roll the closing costs into the loan. And we're one of the only lenders that'll, hey, Marvin, what's up? Does that work the same with MLOs, where MLOs can do their own loans too? An MLO, you can always do your, I want to make sure I understand your question, Marvin. You can always do your own loan, like your own personal loan. Is that what you're asking? So Don, due to COVID, my credit scores dipped all the way down. My credit stinks. They're gonna, yeah. Yes, Marvin, you can do your own loans. But I don't know if I answered your question, because I think you were trying to ask me something else. I'm not sure. So if you have another question, please post it. Don, yeah, I mean, low credit, it depends on what the score is, Don. Ideally for government loans, they want a 620 or higher. And I mean, if your credit score is lower than that, we're probably gonna have to work on it to get the score up. They're not making a lot of concessions for low credit scores, unfortunately. I wish I had better news to tell you, but I can't lie to you. I mean, it's, hey, Kevin, how are you? Good to see you. I hope you're doing good. So, anyway, it depends on where your score is at, Don. Now, remember, we also, with our clients, we help with boosting up the credit. So maybe you need help with a credit booster. If it's not major credit repair, we can help you with the credit booster. If you need major credit repair, we can refer you out to a credit law firm. But, if it's a minor credit boost, we can help you to boost your credit up. And maybe that's all you need. I don't know. So, but we'll always try to come up with solutions the best that we can to help you. Okay? We have all different types of programs that we offer. But going back to the down payment thing, the products that I really like a lot is, did you know if you're buying a home from family, you can buy a home from your family with 0 down, 100% financing, right? Regardless of, you can do FHA, conventional, with no money down, 100% financing to a family gift of equity, and you can get all your closing costs included. So that's one solution on how you can buy a home with no money down in 2021, where the average person is putting 10% down and they're paying their closing costs. So family gift of equity program, you can buy a home with no money down and 100% financing. Okay. You can also do it with the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, as a rural development residential loan, not a farm loan. So on the outskirts of major cities, you can use the USDA and get 0 down, 100% financing. The other one is VA. If you're a veteran military, you can purchase a home with no money down, 100% financing, and get all your closing costs potentially included. So those are 3 programs. The other option hey, Marvin, yes, I was under the impression that there were regulations that prevented MLOs from doing their own personal loans. No, Marvin, you can do your own loan. Now, I will tell you, let me add something onto that, Marvin. The lender that you work for, the mortgage company, may not allow you to do your own loan. Okay? They may want to put the loan in somebody else's name. You have to check with your broker or your lender or your branch manager or whoever you work for and ask them. Because some mortgage companies don't want you to do your loan. Now, legally you can, but the company you work for may have some requirements on that. All right, they may want you to put that loan in somebody else's name. I don't know what they're going to say. I mean, it depends. Like, we're okay with that, but other companies may not be. It could be a company policy. It's not a law. There's no law that says that you can't work on your own loan. I mean, but a mortgage company may have an issue with that. And I've seen that many times. So just check with your lender that you work for, and they'll tell you for sure if they have a problem with it. But it's a great question, though. Great question. You guys always ask great questions on the show, so I appreciate that. So anyway, those are some options that you guys can use to get no money down, 100% financing in 2021. And we talked about right now in a seller's market how to get closing costs. You can get closing costs rolled into the loan by increasing the offer of the price of the property and adding the closing costs into the loan. We're one of the only lenders in the country that will roll closing costs into the loan. Okay? And we're probably one of the only lenders that does a free Amazon giveaway every Thursday. And we're actually probably one of the only lenders I know that gives away free TVs and free refrigerators to our clients at closing. We still do that. Now, obviously, with COVID right now, we're not going into people's houses, but after this stuff blows over, we plan on going back into doing the in-home giveaways where we bring you a big screen TV. So we offer a lot of cool things. We have a lot of great programs to help people. And one of the cool things also about our lending company, HELOCs, it depends on the type of HELOC in Houston. It depends. Great question. It depends. HELOCs are very hard to do in the state of Texas because of the equity laws. There are, obviously in other states it's not a problem. Texas is a little tricky. We do have some credit facilities for HELOCs in Texas and Houston. But the thing is that a lot of these things, guys, like you need more information, like very detailed to understand what's going on as far as credit, income, loan to value, debt ratio, occupancy. There's a lot of stuff like that you have to figure out, and then I can advise further. Okay, so it's possible, but I just need to know more information. So definitely all over the other parts of the country. Big JD, do you think most companies will continue to use the FICO score 8? Oh, great question. Actually, I did a video on this. I haven't released it yet. It was produced about a couple of days ago, actually. And I talked about the difference between FICO score 8 and FICO score 5. So FICO score 8. So first off, FICO is for Fair Isaac, if you guys don't know, which is the credit scoring algorithm that lenders use to make a credit decision on a borrower. FICO score 8 is mainly used in the mortgage industry. It replaced FICO score 5. Now, your mortgage company or lender that you work with could still use FICO score 5 or 2. We use a blend of FICO score 8 and 5, sometimes 2, when we pull credit. And so a lot of auto lenders use FICO score 5 still. And a lot of payday lenders still use FICO score 5 and 2. It was FICO score 8 came out in 2009 to replace FICO score 5. And right now it is the premier credit scoring system for mortgage companies. And for the first lien HELOC, yeah, I mean, the lender is going to decide what FICO score or the scoring system they want to use. We still use FICO score 8, and we'll use that for a first lien HELOC. So that's a great question. Some lenders use different scoring system, and the reason why does this matter? Well, because the scoring system that's used will determine the credit score that you have, and i.e. the rate that you're going to get in the terms. Like you might have a Vantage score of 800, but if your FICO score is 600, that's what the lender's using, and that's the interest rate you're going to get off the FICO score 8, right? So don't use Credit Karma, don't use Vantage when you're trying to get a mortgage loan, and you might think, well, I got a 700 credit score, and then boom, you look at your FICO score and it's 580. That's a big difference, okay? And it's going to make a big difference on the terms of the loan. And also a lender's credit report is much more thorough and accurate than Credit Karma. All right, Credit Karma, I mean, I don't really pay any attention to Credit Karma. And I know they got a big marketing thing going and all that. A lot of people sign up with them, but their credit scores are off. I promise you. If you're online and look at Credit Karma, what your score is, it's not the same thing as annual credit report or My FICO or what a lender's credit score is. And I can tell you that for sure. So, hey, Cherries, I keep seeing people say my mortgage used FICO score 2 and 5. No, they could still use, the lender, Cherries, can still use FICO score 2, 4, and 5. They have the right. There's no law that says you have to use FICO score. There's no law. Hey, Bob, I have a great income but low credit score. My girlfriend has very good credit and little verified income. Buy the house together, Bob, is fine. We would put both of you. If it was me doing your loan, Bob, which I can do for you, you can call or text me at 832-431-6331. If I was doing your loan, I would do both of you on the loan, unless you don't want to go on the loan together, and I would help you to boost your credit score up. Because her income is probably not enough to get the loan, it sounds like, but your income is. We need your income to qualify. So I would boost your score. See, the thing about credit, guys, is that credit scores can be manipulated. I mean, I think that, I think credit scoring system is somewhat BS. I mean, you can't, and I actually did a podcast. I don't know if you guys saw one of my clients. I don't think it came out yet. And he said something very good to me that I really liked. And he said, don't let a credit score determine your worth. And that really stuck with me when he told me that, Mr. McGee. And it's that podcast should be coming out. We closed on his house a few months ago. But I really like when he said that because, you can't let a credit score determine your worth. There was a time in my life that I had a 400 credit score. All right? And, and I felt bad. I felt it deteriorated my self-worth. And you can't let a credit score do that because we're not our credit score. We're more than our credit score. And there's ways to get that credit score up. I will tell you that most lenders do not think like that. And you might be surprised that I'm talking like that because most lenders, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to look at you if you don't have a 700 credit score. Most lenders. I know because I've been in this industry for almost 20 years. And I have to go to banks often for lines of credit. And so they're usually very stuck up. And I'm not saying everybody, and don't think I'm saying anything about people. I'm just saying that a lot of lenders are very shrewd and they, this is the way they are. So anyway, the big thing that don't let a credit score determine your worth. We can get your credit score up if you're willing to go the rounds it takes to get your score up. You're going to have to help participate. There's no magic bullet, or magic. You have to help, with getting your score up. If there's stuff on there that's derogatory, we got to get that stuff up to help you to get your credit higher. But the thing is, like, if you go from a 580 to a 640, that's a 60% increase. You can get a lower interest rate. Now, on government loans, there's not a big difference in the interest rates if your credit score is in the 600 to 620 or 620 to 640. The government doesn't really offer a lot of interest rate incentives, for that. But if you have a 550 credit, you definitely need to want to get that score up to 620 to get better terms on your loan because 550s, it's hard to get funding for government funding if you have a 550 credit score. But if you have, a 580, we can probably get you 620 pretty soon. Hey, Land, I'm a biochemist to work in Johnson & Johnson. Oh, cool, 26 an hour, but I have 220,000 student loans. Wow. Okay, gotcha. Hey, man, I understand. I appreciate you sharing your story with me. So there are ways around the student loan situation. I'm glad you brought that up. So obviously, if you try to get a government loan, 1% of 226,000 student loans is $2,200. So you're not going to be able to qualify for a government loan. So don't think about government loans, FHA. Forget about that. What the type of loan that you need, Land, I think you said your name was Lance. I'm sorry if I didn't get your name right. It came by really fast. You want to do a conventional loan. Do a conventional loan and then get your student loans deferred. If you get your student loans deferred for at least a year, they're not counting. My credit score is 770. Yeah, do a conventional loan. My recommendation, Landchas, is to do a conventional loan because you can omit the student loan debt either by doing an income-based payment plan or doing a deferral. If you do an income-based payment plan or deferral, then it doesn't count into your debt ratio and you can do a conventional. Now, that's how we do it. Now, other lenders may not do it that way. And I'm talking about how we do it. And that's the right way to do it. But some lenders, they're going to hit you with 1% and there's no loan there. They won't be able to qualify you. We can do it with a conventional with 3% down and then you can defer the. It is a great suggestion, Marvin, because you can do that with 3% down, and there's also a first-time buyer conventional, and then you can omit that debt, the student loan debt. You have to get it deferred for at least a year, or give me an income-based payment plan, and then I don't have to put it into your debt ratio. So that's a good question, though. I'm glad that you brought that up, because student loan debt, pretty much, 80% of the people I talk to, for first-time buyers, 80% of the first-time buyers have student loan debt. I had student loan debt for a while too when I was going to school. I went to school for finance and economics, and I had about $26,000 of student loan debt. And so, and it was only like $80 a month or something like that. But, I had that, and so a lot of people have student loan debt. And it's not anything bad about it, but it does affect your debt ratio on certain loan programs. Thankfully for conventional, it doesn't. And land, because you have a 770 credit score, you can get the student loans omitted, the debt, and then qualify still for a great loan. With $26 an hour of income, you could probably get a $250,000 home, plus or minus depending on where you're at in the country. So, so that's a great program to help do FHA, because it's not going to work. You don't need to do FHA. FHA is a great program. It's one of my favorite loan programs, but you don't need to do it because it won't work because of the amount of student loan debt. And don't feel bad about that. It's just you don't want to do that product. Hey, Shakimia, where do I get a home loan because of bankruptcy? A year, Chapter 7. Okay, if you had a bankruptcy Chapter 7 discharge a year ago, the thing that you can get a loan, okay? But the terms are not very attractive. Okay, there's private loans out there, if you put 20 to 30% down. So, my suggestion is not to, you can do it, yes. And if you have the money, great. It has not been, okay, even a year, okay, Shakimia. So, my suggestion is just to wait 2 years. Yes, we can work on trying to help you, Omar, if you're disabled. We help disabled income people all the time to buy a house, Omar, absolutely. So my suggestion, Shakimia, is to wait 2 years until you have the discharge of the bankruptcy, because it's going to be, the terms of the loan won't make sense. All right? The terms of the loan won't make sense if you try to get a loan right now. So, and you could get one, but if you can wait 2 years, just wait it out another year and some months, then you can get a loan with FHA and just put 3.5% down, and then you can also get a low interest rate too. So that's my suggestion to you. If you can wait, another year or so, and then we can do an FHA loan for you. Yeah, and I listen. I want to tell you guys that I am the messenger with some of this information. So don't be mad at me if you don't like the answer you get. What you are going to get is a real answer and not a fake answer. And it may not be the answer that you like, but it will be the real answer. And with lending, that's, pretty powerful, because a lot of lenders don't give you the right answer. And you guys come to me for the right answer if I know what that answer is. So, like this, I'd love to help you to give you a loan, but the loans that are out there just aren't going to be good for you. USDA is great. It's one of my favorite loans. Now with USDA, though, you have to be 3 years out from a bankruptcy. Okay? So you call or text us. Yes, Omar, at 832-431-6331. Call or text that number, 832-431-6331. And you can call or text us there. You go to the website, official Angelo Christian, or call or text our office. And so, yeah, we can definitely hook up with you and get together. But anyway, of course, obviously, we'd love to help you to get you the funding. But because of, if you're in a bankruptcy, then the best thing to do is just wait it out. Or, if you could get a co-signer, you could come out and get creative and get a co-signer to help you. You had a co-signer that could potentially help you to get you the loan. That's a possibility if you had a co-signer. But if there's no cosigner, and you can wait it out, just wait it out. If not, then, I mean, if you have 25-30% down, you could get a loan, but the rate's going to be high. The rate's going to be over 8%. So that's why I don't really recommend it. So it's a good question, though. So we've had some great questions tonight. We also wanted to talk about, if you guys are in Texas, I want to let you know that we specialize with hard money lender here in Texas. So if you're looking for a hard money loan, I want you to call Angelo Christian. We do fix and flip, no doc loans, no paper, no documentation. If you're from another country, you can't document your income. Bad credit, no income. We have hard money lending in Texas for commercial and residential. We want to hear from you. Call or text our office at 832-431-6331. Whatever you need to do to help, we want to hear from you for hard money lending. Can you get a home mortgage with an LLC? You can get an investment property with an LLC, but not the home that you live in as your primary residence. Okay? You could deed the property over to your LLC if it's a primary. You can quit claim deed the property to your LLC post-closing, but generally it has to be an investment property or commercial property if you're doing it, want to put an LLC. And I understand the reason why you want to put an LLC, but ultimately it's usually for investment properties or commercial properties or multifamily, normally not done on an owner-occupied. You can put an owner-occupied in a trust. A lot of people do that. They'll put in a trust to protect the trust of their family. That's a good idea. So I like that. So, but what else? So another thing that I wanted to talk about is we talked about down payment, best programs for zero down. Angelo Christian, we specialize in hard money loans. And then we talked about, the market, how hot it is, and you want to get an approval as a verified approval or a loan commitment as soon as possible to get the best loan funding out there. I can't stress that enough, how important it is. Get a verified approval, get pre-approved up front so there's no issues getting your financing. I can't tell you how important that is. So if you guys know anyone out there that's trying to get a mortgage loan, remember, we're a nationwide commercial and residential lender. We do hard money loans, no documentation loans, asset loans, FHA, VA, USDA, conventional, jumbo, no doc, HELOC, SBA loans, all different types of financing for you. So we want to be here to help you to get you the best mortgage loan that we can with Angelo Christian. You can call or text our office at 832-431-6331. We're here to help you. We're very passionate about helping people to accomplish their financial dream. You can also go to our YouTube, Angelo Christian Mortgage on our YouTube. You can check us out on Google. We have a 4.7 rating with Google, over 300 customer reviews. My goal is to get that to 1,000 reviews. I've been doing this since I got out of school, since I was a little kid. That's really all I've been doing is lending my whole life. So I'm probably not the best in the world, but I've broken some records. We've done almost $3 billion in lending. I always believe that there's someone else out there that's better. But if you know me, you probably heard of me. Homes in Texas are affordable. Homes in Texas, Don, are way more affordable in Texas than California. No doubt. Now, I will tell you, though, homes are rising in Texas. It's a hot market. It's a very hot market. They're not as expensive as Cali, though. Cali's insane. You can't even touch anything in Cali for, $400,000 starting. And that's not even the best of living. 600, 800 million. In Orange County, it's ridiculous, So, but yeah, I know the area. We lend in both. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you for watching the show. If you guys know anyone that needs help with funding, we do all different types of loans. Self-employed loans. We do a lot of no documentation investor loans, self-employed loans, no income verifiers. So those are very strong with us. We love those programs. Daniel, looking into the next year, the USDA construction. So Dan, it depends on the state, Dan, that you're looking in. USDA construction that got suspended from COVID and it's starting to roll back out. Message me when you're ready, and we can check and see. It depends on the state you're in, the size of the loan. USDA is starting to roll that back out, so we just have to see. Yeah, it's a great program. I love the idea. I've always been in love with the USDA construction loan. I think it's a great program. It's just that with COVID, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff got messed up. I mean, let's just face it, and construction got killed. It's starting to come back. I will tell you, construction's starting to come back, which is good. But it's gonna take a minute, So, but I'm a big advocate of construction loans and USDA. So that's a great question, and I appreciate you asking me that. And so, yeah, and if you guys, like I said, remember every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central, Angelo Christian, tune into your YouTube. We have a big Instagram following too, an official Angelo Christian. We've got almost 40,000 subs over there, over 60,000 subs on YouTube. Is my two favorite social media handles is Instagram and YouTube. So please continue to support us. Give us a big thumbs up. Share this with anyone you know that's needing mortgage funding. You know that we're here from you to do everything we can to get you the best loan program. So please call or text my office if you have any questions, comments, or anything I can help you with. Remember, if you're looking to get into the mortgage industry, the real estate game, we have a real estate university that I built. It's over 1,000 hours of content, Real Estate University Online. You can sign up there. There's links in the YouTube description below to get signed up for Real Estate University. So definitely want to help you guys to succeed, whether it's with a career. People have done the university and come and work for me, or you want to go work for another mortgage company, you can. We got that going, and we have all these different awesome loan programs to help you. So anything that we can do to help add more value, enrich your life, take your life to the next level, that's what my company is all about, is helping you to reach the pinnacle, the apex of your life with Angelo Christian. So, and remember, every Thursday we give away a free $100 Amazon gift card. Do you still have home and land packages? Not right now. It depends. Well, I will say this, Stark's business. It depends on where you're at. In Texas, yes. There are some in some other states. It depends. Depends on what you're trying to do. So some states, a lot of states, we don't. We are going to start rolling those back out again. We do like that program a lot, and we are planning to roll that back out later this year and next year for sure next year, but not as of today. So anyway, so remember, every Thursday we give away a free $100 Amazon gift card. I'm going to ask a bonus question. Whoever answers that question first will win a free $100 Amazon gift card. We'll e-deliver that to your email just as soon as we can. And all you have to do is answer a question and tune in. I always do it at the end of the show. We give away prizes, TVs, refrigerators, money, and we want to do that just to help to keep the fun and exciting. And so that's all. And so we do that every Thursday night. Remember, we do YouTube channel. Hey Dan, is there a cap on the available USDA loan? There is no. That's a great question, Dan. I was asked that earlier today. There is no loan limit cap. You can go as high as possible, but there's an income cap. And the income cap is generally $100,000. In some areas it's more. So because there's an income cap, inherently there's going to be a loan cap, and that's maximum usually $400,000. $400,000 is the upper limit with the USDA. $450,000, $500,000, somewhere. That's going to be the absolute max I've seen with the USDA. Generally, most USDA is $200,000 to $300,000. But yeah, I mean, if that helps answer your question. So, but yeah, we do YouTube channel. We push out a lot of videos, five videos a week on our YouTube. Hey Don, how about building a brand new home? Thank you. You're welcome, Dan. It is possible. You could take the loan approval, Don, to a builder, and he can build a house for you. And then we're fine with that. We'll give you a loan approval. He can build a home for you. But construction loans where you build the house in your name, those are tough right now. Like I said earlier, we plan to roll them out later in the year. But yeah, you can take a pre-approval to a builder and he can build a home in his development for you, no problem. And you can still get USDA, FHA, VA, conventional, and get great financing, not have to put a huge down payment. If you try to do your own construction loan, you normally have to put 20% down. We're coming out with a program later this year so you don't have to do that. We're also working with FHA Zero Down program here in Texas. So we're working with some fun and exciting programs to help you guys to make a difference. So yeah, great questions, guys. I love all the questions that I'm getting. I really care about you guys a lot. I really appreciate you guys watching the show. If you need help with funding, you know where to go. Call or text our office at 832-431-6331. Appreciate you, Don. You can also click on the YouTube link to get signed up to get pre-approved with Angelo Christian. And now for the $100 Amazon free giveaway. Oh, what's the question that SC's got? Why if I make $100,000 or $700 credit and you own a home and you owe $150,000? Okay, you owe $50,000 SC. We do an internship, Jenny. If you're here in Houston, send me your resume to angelo@chihomeloans.com, Jenny. If you're here in Houston, I'm happy to do an internship with you. So just send me your resume to my email, and you can come meet with us at our office. Okay, the question, SC, that I think you had, you owe $50,000. The home's worth $200,000. Your credit score sounds fine. Oh, no, hard money, Marvin, is nationwide, but we are very aggressive with our hard money here in Texas. We do offer hard money nationwide. So great question. We do offer hard money nationwide, but we have a lot of really cool things that we can do here in Texas with hard money. So, but we do offer hard money nationwide. But SC, your question was, should you cash out? I think that's what you're asking me. If the home is worth $200,000, you can cash out. Oh, you're in LA. Oh, I wish I could give you an internship in LA. If we do have a office in Calabasas, a satellite office there, and one in LA, but they're not for training. They're processing offices, and one in LA, one in Calabasas. And so, yeah, I mean, for training, you'd have to be in the headquarters. LA is a great area, though. I mean, you're in the hot spot for sure. So LA is definitely a hot spot. So, but anyway, I think SC, I want to go back to your question. You can do a cash out loan up to 80% if you're trying to do a cash out. If the home's worth $200,000, you can do a loan for $160,000. You get a 30-year fixed around 3.5%, 15-year fixed around 2.75%. If you're trying to pull cash out, I don't know if that was your question. If it wasn't, call or text me. I'll answer your question personally. So anyway, let me get this money out to you guys so we can see who's going to be the lucky winner, who was listening on the show the best. So the $100 Amazon giveaway gift card. The question is, what is the loan program? Oh yes, Cooking with Angelo. Yes, don't forget. I'm gonna be doing that from my house. I used to be a chef, and so I love cooking. So I have a backyard with the outdoor kitchen thing and the grill, and I have a pretty big kitchen inside the house. So I'm gonna be doing a Cooking with Angelo show this summer, and I want you guys to watch that. I think that'll be fun. I cook a lot. I used to cook a lot. I own restaurants. I own an Italian restaurant, a Mediterranean restaurant, a steakhouse, and so I love food. And Houston is one of the top cities for restaurants, up there with LA, Chicago, New York. Yes, we'll have to. Yes, and I'm here in the South. I mean, we have New Orleans right next to us. So New Orleans is one of the restaurant capitals in the world. Some of the best food ever is in New Orleans, and so. Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, I gotta get back in the rhythm and I haven't cooked in a long time because I've been so busy working. But I love food. It's fun. We do a lot of crawfish boils down here in the South. If you're from the South, crawfish is a big thing down here. So, but anyway, can you build what's Stark's business? Hard money? Yes, you can build a construction with hard money and refinance. That's right. Great question, Stark's business. You can use hard money for building, and then you can refinance to a bank loan afterwards. That's correct. You can do that all day long, and that's a great question. So we do that all the time for people. You can use a hard money loan in Texas, especially. We offer hard money construction, and then you can refinance later to a bank loan. A lot of people do that because a lot of banks right now aren't doing construction loans. So that's a really, really good question. So anyway, let's finish this up so we can get you the $100 Amazon gift card. So the question I have for you guys, you're welcome, Starks. The question I have for you guys is, what is the loan product that will omit your student loan debt? So let me ask that question again. We lend in Alabama, yes, Alan, but yes, we lend in Alabama, absolutely. So what's the loan product that will omit your student loan debt? So whoever answers that question first gets a $100 Amazon gift card. So go, guys. What's the loan product that will omit your student loan debt? Freddie Mac? Conventional. Okay, so you got it, Marvin. So Marvin won. Marvin won the $100 gift card to Amazon. So Freddie Mac is close, but it's really conventional loans. So Marvin, send me your email. No, Don, it's not FHA. It's not FHA, it's conventional loans. So conventional loans will omit your student loan debt. Yeah, Marvin, you want, so text me 832-431-6331. Jeannie, yeah, you're right, honey, but you're a little bit late because Marvin got it first. So but good, you are right though. It is conventional. So no, not 1%. No, you can omit the student loan debt. Go look up the guidelines for conventional loans. You can omit the student loan debt. So, Marvin, send me your email. Text me your email. We'll get you out that gift card just as soon as we can. We'll email that too. I really appreciate you guys watching the show. Thank you so much for all your support. If we can help with any type of loans, call or text my office, 832-431-6331. Take care. God bless. Be safe and make the most of yourself. Take care. Bye-bye.